What's good, Hilux fans? It's been 5 years since I rolled my car, and I am determined to get this thing back on the road. So like, subscribe, and hopefully, in the end, we'll go sideways again together. Hilux LN 106 fans, welcome back to the channel, and here's some news for you. I'm turning 40 in just a couple of months, and I want to get this done by the time I'm 40. That's my new goal, so we'll see if we can pick up the pace a little bit. As you see, I've got the engine in, but I've actually had it in and out 9 times. Yes, 9 times. I'm getting pretty good at pulling it in and out, and I'll tell you exactly why. There's a few things that have been doing my head in. Let's take a look. The number one thing that's doing my head in with this engine is this is a larger elbow that I've put on here for a LS throttle body, and behind here is that heater pipe. You can just see it just there. It couldn't be in a worse position. Alright guys, did I mention that I've pulled the engine out 9 times? This is a special time that I'm pulling it out, because this is the 10th time. It's really not that hard. Once you get used to it, it's pretty easy. Ta-da! Alright, it's on the engine stand again. Now, we're going to have a look at this. What I've taken is a bit of haste and a bit of a bum steer. The instructions said cut this pipe to get past the elbow, but that's talking about non-supercharged motors. And I've also put a bigger elbow plus these plates here. So my elbow's in a particularly bad location, so I can't really say that it's the instructions fault, but I did follow the instructions and I cut this shorter. I cut about 1 centimeter off, which is really going to bite me in the ass, because I'm pretty sure once I relocate this hole that pipe's going to be too short now, and I'll have to actually get a new heater core to fix it, or take this pipe to a plumber, which means taking the heater core out of the car. That's going to be fun. Right, Hilux fans, it's the weekend. Freaking fantastic. And check this out. I have realised that I've got this extender in there, which is fantastic, because last night in the dark, I was finding it a little difficult to actually get on this angle like this, because these are in the way. I don't want to take them off because I'm lazy. So, this extender should help me make that cut. Let's get into it. There we go, team. In my opinion, the hard part is behind us. I have set a channel in there that I can now just rest the tool into and go a bit deeper until I've cut that section out, and then once put a rubber grommet in there. That's not too bad. That's working quite well. Wow, that worked pretty good. It is pretty round. It's not a bad job, if I do say so. Now we'll get a rubber grommet. We'll bend this pipe down here. Happy days. Alright, Hilux fans, it's unbelievably 2 weeks later, and I've made an absolute mess here. I've got 3 of these. Broken this one. This is the original one. Problem with this one is I cut this pipe shorter, so now it doesn't end outside the firewall. And then I've got this new one here, which is the right length, but the pipe's pipe's in the wrong position. It needs to be down here. So I'm off to Natrad and see if Natrad can sort us out, because plumbers didn't want a bar of it and nobody else seems to sell brass pipe. So yeah, I don't know what to do. Natrad apparently will help us out. Let's go Natrad. So I was a bit concerned about running rubber hose in the cab, but Natrad assured me Subarus run rubber hoses to the heater cores in the cab. It should be sweet, mate. So we cut the lip, cut the pipe, put a lip on it, ran this rubber hose to the heater core, as you see. I put 3 clamps on it just because I'm a little bit dubious of it coming off in the cab, even though I don't think it will. So yeah, that's what it was. And as you can see by the dashboard being apart and everything, it was quite a bit of a job to do that, to pull it apart. Probably took an hour to disassemble it, 2 hours to put it back together. Welcome back to the channel, Hilux fans. I've made this. It's pretty snazzy. And I'm still not happy with it. I still feel like the supercharger is going to be rubbing on that hose. So what I've decided to do is put it through this hole here, which actually held the cable that controlled the valve. And I'll move the valve controlling cable just over into the middle, and I'll run the pipe out of here. So I've got to make the circle bigger, and then this is going to run along the inside of the firewall and come out there. Pretty simple, really. That's actually what I originally wanted to do. There's a fun fact for you. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so we've just measured up a little bit of a diameter, 35 mil, and then bang, got a little bit conservative, 35 mil, that's our target. And then we're gonna bloody Ryobi for the win, cut them out. Well, Hilux fans, it's day whatever of the saga of these heater pipes. Check it out. I've relocated the cable to here. I've relocated the pipe exit to there, and that's the original one. And we're going to block this one up. And got these grommets, of course, to put in there. On the inside, this sucker's not going anywhere. 1, 2, 3, holding that on. That runs down there. And now I've got all of it. Look at this chaos. I've got to get this back in. So I'm a bit overwhelmed, but we'll get into it and hopefully it comes together nicely. Yes, fans, yes, it's freaking done. It was weeks. It took weeks to fix this because I'm slow and I'm useless. And this is my first time doing anything like this. Excuses, I've done it. So we've got this hose, that's the new one. That's the original one. Back there's the problem one. It's all sorted. And this mechanism, this works now. This is all good. A little bit frustrating where it is located currently, but you know, I can put different pipes on it and change that around later. As you see, I've got the battery now in, yellow top, lots of power. Started reconnecting the hoses and all that jazz. And I'll just leave you today with this little surprise. This is the fastest land speed record setting Hilux. Yeah, it's a Hilux. I'm not building a land speed record car. In fact, I'm just getting the axles off this one. I sold the body and getting the axles off in case engineering has a sook about the wide axles. The wide axles in this one. That looks good to me. But in case engineering has a sook about it, I'm going to get these axles off and then I'm going to sell that. And then I'm bringing home a surprise. So until the next episode, Hilux fans, happy wheeling, keep it upright. And if you do roll it, supercharge the next one you get.